Good afternoon and welcome to Menagene for the InterBolsa weekly report for the week ending August the 6th. Now I know it's Thursday and it's not the weekend, but it's a holiday again here tomorrow. Don't ask me why they have so many long weekends, but I live here and I just have to accept it the way it is. Coal cap last week, flat effectively. We really haven't gone anywhere. I've been trading very lateral all week. We've seen pretty much the same with the peso, although it's slightly stronger. It's been trading around that 2000 level all week, and it's at 2005 right now. Test bonds have been stronger, trading around 890 most of the week. I've actually weakened off a bit at the end of the week, just over 9%. But volumes are very low in the bond market. Again, still affected by the corporate bond issues, which are going on constantly. And really, the bond market's in the hand of the speculators. In macro news, last night we had the CPI data for July, which was down 0.05%, better than expected. Consensus was at 0.06% upwards. Again, food prices were down 0.54%, and I think that'll be a theme for the rest of the year. Food prices are well under control. The climate's much better than last year. We do seem to have a surplus of most products. And if things carry on with Venezuela and we eventually stop exporting as much food, that will certainly help the situation as well. PPI for the same month, July, was down 0.3%. That's an excellent number. It's a leading indicator about 3 months, so that should again bode well for CPI going forward. Big news of the week is politics. You must have read it everywhere by now, but just in case you haven't, or you've been on the moon, Chavez is continuing to rant. He's threatening all manner of things. He's not going to build the pipeline with the Chinese. No more car imports. Ecopetrol can't play in the Orinoco. The list is endless, to be honest. And what's happened over the last 2 days, Uribe's gone on a regional tour. He's meeting with all the presidents. He's discussing the US bases. And the feedback is, pretty much to expect. Morales, completely against it. Fernandez down in Argentina had nothing to say, but generally the rest of the leaders have stepped back and been very neutral and said it's Colombia's business and they're not getting involved. So maybe Chavez is not getting the support he was really hoping for. Domestically, obviously everything that's going on overseas has jammed up everything on the referendum. We haven't heard a word about it all week, and we don't seem to make any progress on that basis. The rest of the news is all stock news this week. It's been a big reporting and conference call week. Ecopetrol reported numbers. Not directly comparable to our estimates because they've consolidated a whole bunch of new projects like Hocal, the Cartagena refinery, which we hadn't built in, but export volumes are up, prices are up, so the numbers are pretty tidy to be honest. There will be some concern, I'd imagine, about the Orinoco comments from Chavez, but the stock seems to be going fairly well. ETB operationally continues on the same theme. All the traditional businesses are under tremendous pressure. Broadband internet is ahead of expectations, but the problem is that can't support the whole business. So their need really for a strategic partner gets ever more urgent. They really need to get somebody to come in and help them fight against TEF and against Telmex. CIB were well below our estimates, but probably for choice were more in line with what the street was looking for. Conference call didn't divulge too much new information. Londoño said that the $600 million stock issue is going to be for ongoing business. It's not going to be for an overseas acquisition. Frankly, I wouldn't still rule that out, but we'll see. In terms of guidance for the rest of the year, they're still very conservative. They're going for loan growth at 10%, but they are traditionally conservative, so you expect a little better than that as the year goes on. Chocolate's numbers are in line, although the meat and coffee sectors in particular are under tremendous pressure. Coffee EBITDA margin collapsed to almost zero. Prices have obviously gone up. Meat has, the prices haven't gone up as far, or the raw materials for meat, but it is a very big sector. So despite those numbers are in line, and the big development was that Hermo, which is the meat processing factory they have in Caracas, which obviously there's been big concerns about because of the behavior of Chavez. They've quite smartly moved that out of their own name and into the name of Pozuelo in Costa Rica, which should protect it from Chavez. It means Costa Rica has a protection agreement with Venezuela, so if Venezuela did want to expropriate the property, they're going to have quite a fight with both Costa Rica and the World Bank, so smart move from Chocolates. ISA reported operationally numbers 6 or 7% ahead of expectations, so that was good. They had a massive bump at the net line as well, all due to foreign exchange gains coming out of Brazil. We're still waiting for a presentation date from them to get more details on that. ISA reported tidy numbers, up year on year, slightly down quarter on quarter, but that would be Tuesday. The numbers and the trend is definitely upwards. The conference call didn't reveal any new information, nothing about the government's sales stake, because probably ISA themselves will be the last to know. It's being handled by the government. Finally, in stock news, we had Mineros. Reported decent numbers with the conference call. For the first time we got a proven reserve number out of them. That was 1.28 million ounces. So it's the first time we've actually reeled that information, so that was interesting in itself. That really is it. I would say have a happy long weekend, but only we have one, so we'll have a happy long weekend. And with that, I'll be in UK next week, so there'll be no video. But everyone have a great weekend and a great week in the meantime.